Hi there Year 9s and welcome to a video demonstration on how to do your initial ideas for your wooden maze games. So, if possible, you need to be able to work on this sheet here. So I'm going to do it printed out, but you're welcome to do this online as well. If you can't access the sheet, then you're going to have to draw out the grid using a pencil and ruler. So you'll need 5 squares by 5 squares. Okay, if you're working on paper like I am, then you're going to need a pencil, a ruler, a rubber, and a biro, and if possible, a fine liner as well. So pause the video now where you gather your equipment and then press play when you're ready. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is work out where we want our user to start. Unfortunately, you haven't got you can only choose from one of these 4 squares to place your start square. So for this demonstration, I'm going to choose here. You then need to choose anywhere else on the board where your user will finish the maze. So I'm just going to choose a random one here. Okay. Once you've done that, you now need to make a route going from the start square to the finish square. You don't have to use the whole maze, but you have to use at least obviously some of it. Okay, so maybe going from here to here, that's not very exciting, is it? So we will need to do something longer than that. So, for example, I think I'm going to go like so, and that will be my maze. Okay, so once you've chosen your route, you now want to start adding in some walls. So the walls will force the user to take particular routes. Okay, so you've got to make sure that your walls abide by these grid lines. So my first wall is going to be like so. I'm also going to make sure I've got a wall like that. I might even actually, I'm going to delete that. Going to do a wall like here. Okay. Yeah. Obviously I want a wall going along here. Don't want them to go into the finished square too early. Like so. So, as you can see, I've got a rough idea of where I want my walls to go. Okay, I've only done them hard for this example, so until you're sure, make sure you do quite fine lines so you can easily rub out any mistakes. So now I've got my starting square, my finish point, my basic route, and my basic walls. So now I need to work out where I want to put my traps. This will be places that will trap the ball bearing into starting again. Okay, so basically it's just holes that we will input into the maze, like so. These are called traps, and we need to mark them out where we want them to be. 2 little holes means that the game will be very, very easy. Too many traps means it will be too hard. However, I want you to include at least 5 traps onto your maze. Okay, so you're just going to do a nice clear circle. Oh, I've got a wall there. Nice clear circle so you can see the idea of where your traps might be. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have 6, and I might even add another one here. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so I've got my start square, finish hole, my basic route, walls, and traps. So now I want you to double check and finalise everything that you've done. So once you're happy with what you've done, you can then colour in your holes and also mark out your walls. So you're going to do this with either a biro or with a fine liner. And for your walls, you must use a ruler. So right now, I want you to pause your video and I want you to permanently mark your start square, the F, the holes, and the walls in either biro or fine liner once you're happy with what you've done. Okay, so now you can see that I've permanently marked my start point, finish point, walls and traps, and you can see them clearly on my initial idea page. My route is still faint because I want to double check that I really want that to be that way. If you're 100% sure that's what you want your route to be, you can now go over your route line in either biro pen or fine liner pen and do a dashed line around the route that you would like your user to take to get from start to finish. Okay, this is a hidden line that we want the user to take. Okay, you can then obviously rub out your route. Once you've finished. Okay, if you're doing this on PowerPoint, obviously you can change the line to a dashed line in the settings, or you can just draw it as a solid line, or change the color of it instead. Okay, right, so now we've done our design, we now need to label it. Okay, when we label a design, we explain to the viewer what everything is. Okay, so first things first, start square. So do a little line with your biro pen and write start square. This is the finish hole or finishing place. Okay, these are traps. You can either label all of them or just a couple of them. These are the walls, and this, the dashed line, is obviously our desired route. Our desired route. Okay, so we need start square, finish hole, all the traps, the walls, and the desired route. Okay, so once we've labelled everything, if you want, you can add some more labels. You can add what colour you might do, what wood you might use, some stuff like that. So once you finish the first one and you're completely happy with it, you then need to move on to your second design idea. You need to do all those steps again, and once you finish that, you can then do initial idea 3 and 4. There is an aim higher further on in the PowerPoint, and don't forget to do the exit quiz. Okay, any questions, send me a message or your teacher on ePraise. Thank you. Bye.